everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Lina and this is Library of Diamonds. And first and foremost, this is the very first time that I'm going to try to do a post review or any sort of video with the canvas laying on the floor, but this is just too big. I upgraded my phone recently and now it's too heavy, and I don't really like the phone holder that I have to record because it gets like too close to the actual canvas and not many things can be seen. So this might be a little bit tricky because I'm holding it with my hand, but hopefully we're good to go. So here I have for you a post review of my latest finish. I finished it yesterday at night, and my idea was to wake up really early to make it go up, like this video go up at my usual hour, but you know, life sometimes gets in the way and things don't turn out as you want them. But here we go. Let's start. Let's now begin with the overall stats of this one. So this is Cozy Christmas by Rita, Kónya, or Aria-Illustrations. This is my very first diamond painting from her, and I think this is the only one that I have that I had on my stash and now is no longer in my stash, and it is in my finished section of it all. But yeah, this was, as you can see up here, my first finish of December, my 43rd finish of 2024, and my kit number 51 overall. It had a total amount of 105,000 drills, 937, which that's quite a lot. As of colors, we have here that this one has 58 colors, and out of those 58 we have one AB, one iridescent, and one fairy dust. And in a little bit I'm going to show you where those are. This one was you can see the measurements over there. It is a 69.9 centimeters by 93.8. It's pretty big. And it took me a little bit over a month because I started this on November 25th and finished it on December 29th. Now, something that I just noticed is that I didn't write down the amount of hours that I worked on this. So let me go ahead and fix that. So here you can see that it took me 53 hours and 58 minutes. And I think this is one of the ones that has taken me the longest to finish, but that is completely understandable because of the sheer size of this. And other than the size, there are a lot of parts in the diamond painting that are very confetti heavy. This one, I would definitely put it in a scale, to me at least, probably up there to an 8 in confettiness. I usually don't give those type of grades or qualifications or anything, but I think this was necessary. One of the areas that have the most confetti, in my opinion, definitely has to be the tree, because there are a lot of shades of green, and also the spheres and these that look like flowers, and then these other elements that are adorning the tree every here and there. That was very confetti heavy, as well as the quilt of the girl and the socks, of course. And we cannot forget this part over here. Now, this is a carpet, but there are a lot of shades of color that, yeah, this is definitely a lot of areas of confetti. But one thing that really surprised me was that even though it has a lot of confetti, I never felt that I was dragging myself along it. I never felt like I was forcing myself to work on this kit, because this is those type of kits that, yes, it is huge, and yes, it has a lot of confetti, but at the same time, every area that I was working on had a different element that made it really special. For example, I remember vividly certain parts of the canvas when I was working on it. Here, it was kind of, even if it doesn't look like it, there are some combinations of some colors up here and under here as well. And this one was it's kind of a hassle to place some drills specifically, but it was the excitement of the first section. Then I moved to the next section, and even though I had some confetti here on the carpet, on the doggy bed, at the end, I had a very nice Labrador dog, so it was really nice. All of these was linear blocking. there are many shades of brownish, but linear blocking. And then here again, like here we have the slippers, here we have the train, here we have all of the gifts, here we have all of the books. So, you know, all this, and of course we cannot forget on this section over here, like the gingerbread house and like a plate of sweets, I imagine, and the cookies and the cocoa. So even though all of these aspects of the image were really, were confetti heavy and they took me quite a while to finish, the end result was so satisfactory that I didn't mind in the slightest. And then as we move upwards, you know, more elements come up. Like on this rows over here, like in the middle, like yes, I think this was a row that had the most confetti because it has the tree and then the kitty and then the quilt and then the socks and then pillows and then another kitty. But at the same time, I have the kitty that to look forward to. I have like all the details in the quilt. I have her holding the book. I have another kitty, and then, you know, I have her, and all of these elements just popping on. Like it was just such a great experience. And once we move a little bit upwards, like I would say in this section over here, it was really kind of easy because all of this was linear blocking, like the books, the curtains, the window frames. The only kind of confetti-ish would be, again, the part of the tree, but it didn't feel that I was dragging myself, you know, to make it happen. I just really enjoyed it. And then at the end, when I found like this places on top of here that was a lot of color blocking, you know, it was like a little rest before starting with all the garland, which still, it was not really dreadful in the slightest. So, you know, as you can tell, I really loved this piece. I wanted to finish it, like at the beginning, I wanted to finish it before Christmas, but then I said, you know, it's too much of a push. So as long as I finish it by the end of the year, I'm going to be absolutely pleased. And, you know, in a little bit, like in a chunk of time, I was kind of worried if I was going to be able to actually do it. But I did it. I pulled it off and I loved every second of it. Now, I'm going to go over the special drills because, as I said, we have 6 special drills in this canvas, and I'm going to let you know where those are placed. So, as I said, we have here 1 AB, 1 iridescent, and 4 fairy dust. And I'm going to start with the AB, which is this one. It's not focusing, but it's a very light pale yellow. Why are you not focusing? Come on. Like, you're meant to be like a fancy phone. Come on. Okay, it's not focusing, whatever. But this is special AB. You can find it in like pretty much in like, we have these kind of flower looking things in the tree. All of the things in the middle of it, all of these were ABs, and also in this kind of like maroony brownie looking spheres, we have them here outlining that. We also have some of that AB in some strands of her hair up here, and also in this string of light over here, you can see pretty much that every single light has some AB in there, and of course in also the spheres up here. The next color that we have is this fairy dust. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, that shift was weird, but here this is a yellow fairy dust, and this yellow fairy dust, we can find it basically in all of the windows over there, like the light that comes out of those windows, and also in the yellow places of all those lights as well. Next up, we have this green fairy dust, and this green fairy dust, we can find it in many places here in the quilt, but also in all of the tree. Basically, we can see it, like if you can see these kind of flower thingies, all the green that is surrounding those is that fairy dust color, green fairy dust. And now that we're here, you can see this one that looks kind of like a crystal. Well, that is where our iridescent color is, which is just like a crystal looking thing, and it's just like the clear one. Really nice. Now we have our second most abundant fairy dust color, which is this white one. I hope that you can see some of it. I'm crossing my fingers, but I don't really know. But again, in all of the white, pretty much, like let me try to focus this better. Yes. every single white thing that you see here is a white fairy dust, like everything from the gingerbread house, from the kitty, from the dog, from the slippers, from the gifts, all of the aspects, white aspects of the tree, like the highlights in her hair, the light over there, all of those are white fairy dust. And last but not least, but I would think the fairy dust that had the most amount of colors in it, I mean, of places where it was just the sheer amount of fairy dust that we had was this red, and it is the devil color, as I like to call it sometimes. It's just a joke, guys, because it is Z666 and it is a kind of like a red orangish kind of looking thing. I'm not sure how to explain it, but we can find this pretty much everywhere. Like here in the mantelpiece over here, all of this is fairy dust. And if we move over here, we can find it in the red of the gifts, in the red of the books, and the red on the quilts, on the pillows, of course on the tree, and of course on the garland up there, and also on this side of the curtain. So those are the ones that were originally charted, but I don't know if you can see up there, I did something, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So I am not much of an enhancer myself, but I remembered that I had these metallic colors looking from one of the kits that I did previously this year. And I think it fitted perfectly because it was like a yellowish and a brownish. Here originally was the yellow AB, like this AB was over here. And all the surrounding color, like all of this was like a brown color. I think it was similar to this one. So I decided to go ahead and do it because, like, you have a star. It's kind of meant to be, you know, to be all sparkly and beautiful. And I honestly really, really liked how it turned out. As I said, I usually don't enhance my paintings. I am not good at it, I don't think. So I loved it. Let me see if I can get a better look into it. I think this looks better, way, way better. But look at that. Oh my God, look at that. And I just think that overall, it turned out to be, oh, I'm sitting on top of my diamond painting. That's just the way we're rolling today, I guess. But look at that. Look at the finished product. I just loved every second of it. And if you were wondering, I always tell you guys what I thought about like the leftover drills, because we know that sometimes we might be afraid of running out of a few colors, but I'm happy to inform that I was never really afraid of running out of any colors. Like the colors that were used the most were some browns and also this white and red fairy dust. And as you can see, I have plenty of them still in here. And even the colors that were not used as much, like this one, for example, yes, the leftover amount is a very small amount, but I knew that this was just going to be used like in the tree. So, you know, after I finished the tree, I knew I was no longer going to need it, so I was not worried about it. Also, this green was very, very heavily used. Again, I have a lot of it left over. So as I said, I was never really worried of running out of drills. For example, there's a few colors, like for example, these two colors have a very, very small amount, but they were used very extremely scarcely. I think it was just in some aspects of the books, for example, like here, and maybe some others down there, like here as well. So yeah, I was never really worried. And also, they were in such small places that I knew that if I ran out of these ones, like I could maybe swap them out for like another type of grayish color sort of thing. So yeah, guys, I just felt that I talked for hours, but I know that I didn't. Well, I've seen a few people here in the community work on this one. The first person that I saw that completed it was Katie from Diamonds and Washi. I know that Michaela is also working on it, and a few other people that I've seen here and there that are on Instagram, and a couple of people that I don't think they have a channel or an Instagram per se, but are in the Discord group. So it's really, really fun to watch this one come to life because it has so many details. And again, yes, it has a lot of confetti in some places, but it is 1000% worth it. And I am so happy that I got to do it when I did it, because I think that if I had left it in my stash for the entirety of the year, I would not have wanted to work on it like in May, July, or any other time of the year. And I also have another Christmas diamond painting in my small stash that is kind of calling my name. You know what? Every single diamond painting that's on my stash is calling my name, but I'm resisting because one by one, guys, one by one. So yes, this was it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you could take something from it. Please let me know down below, what are you currently working on? And if you have this in your stash, or are you currently working on it, or if you already finished it. Yeah, I guess that's it for today's video. Again, thank you so much for watching. And as always, don't forget to keep on diamond painting. Bye-bye. You want to see the behind scenes? Hello. Hello.